Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some news coming out in regards to Ukraine to share with you guys. We have this report that says the US and UK might give secret permission to Ukraine for long range strikes. Now, we know next week Volodymyr Zelensky is supposed to be meeting in the United States, going to meet with Joe Biden, present his victory plan. And we know a large portion of that victory plan apparently includes long range strikes inside of Russia, that it's a major key part of this victory plan to ensure that Ukraine is able to come to a peaceful solution with Russia. And what they're trying to do right now is force Russia into a position where they have to negotiate with Ukraine. And I think that's what Ukraine is trying to achieve right now. So it's very interesting that we're hearing that we might have secret permission being given to Ukraine from the US and the UK to strike inside of Russia using the Storm Shadow missiles that come from the UK. And apparently, the reason they want to do this, they want to keep it a secret to preserve the factor of surprise from the Russian side, okay? That they want to surprise Russia as to whether this is going to happen or not. And I'm also thinking that maybe they don't want to, give Russia any advance notice of this, as Russia could potentially react, as they've come out and said that this would be a direct confrontation with NATO and Russia. This could lead to a major war between the two, and also potentially a nuclear war, is what they have come out and said. Vladimir Putin has reiterated that claim many times. So I want to go over this report today and talk about this. I've also got some information coming out in regards to military aid going to Ukraine as far as next week is concerned as well. So let's hop on over here. I've got this report from Ukrainska Pravda. US and UK may secretly allow Ukraine to use Storm Shadow missiles to strike Russia, originally coming from the Times newspaper. This came out yesterday, September 20th, 2024. Here's a picture of the Storm Shadow Scout missile. And it says the Times writes that the United States, the United Kingdom are likely to give Ukraine permission to use Storm Shadow missiles to strike Russian territory, but this decision may remain a secret to preserve the factor of surprise for the Russian side. The publication states that the UK and the US have been discussing the possibility of allowing Ukraine to strike Russia with Storm Shadow missiles for a long time. It was expected that this decision could be announced during a joint visit of the top foreign officials of both countries, Antony Blinken and David Lammy, to Kiev last Wednesday. Yeah, so what was reported whenever these two were visiting Kiev was that supposedly a secret meeting was held behind closed doors, and we heard that a decision was made, most likely indicating that Ukraine had permission to strike inside of Russia. We just don't have any formal announcement of it yet. So it says the two sides prepared two versions of the final statements, and due to unresolved details, announced that the one that referred to further discussions on allowing Ukraine to conduct long-range strikes. Among other things, the Times reported that the U.S. is refraining from approving the permit until it sees the victory plan that Volodymyr Zelensky wants to present to Joe Biden during a meeting next week. Instead, the publication says that the U.K. wants to create the impression that such a step comes from more NATO allies and has organized a meeting of the foreign ministers of the US, the UK, France, Germany, and Italy in Paris. But one source suggested that the US is more focused on building Biden's legacy and wants to speed up the decision. The Times stated that the authorization to strike Russia with Storm Shadow missiles could be approved as early as next week and will be kept in private in order to avoid giving Russia additional warning of a possible attack. Okay, so again, that's one of the big reasons why, according to the Times, that the U.S. and U.K. don't want to give formal, public announcements that Ukraine now has the ability to strike inside of Russia, as they don't want to give Russia additional warning that an attack could take place with one of these Storm Shadow missiles. Okay, so I thought that was very interesting. So I've also got some other reports here that I want to talk to you guys about military aid going to Ukraine, and also some of these missiles that could be striking inside of Russia as well. So I have this report here from Politico. This is an exclusive report. It says U.S. likely to send medium-range missiles for Ukraine's F-16s. The $375 million aid will be the largest package the U.S. has sent Ukraine since May. Okay, so this is a picture of the JASSM missile, the Joint Air-to-Surface Standoff Weapon missile that Ukraine could be using. They could attach these to the F-16s that Ukraine has, and these are a medium-range missile, 70 plus mile range on these missiles here that you see in the photo. And it says the U.S. is considering sending Ukraine a medium range missile for its new F-16 fleet as part of a $375 million military aid package expected to be announced Monday. The joint standoff weapon, already used by the U.S. Air Force and Navy and a number of allies, can hit targets over 70 miles away, giving Ukraine a major upgrade to the weapons it's using to strike Russian forces and allowing them to do it at safer distances. Okay, so I will cite all these articles that I'm showing you here today down below if you want to read some more of them. But again, what we're hearing is that there's a $375 million aid package that will be announced on Monday for Ukraine. And apparently it could include these JASSM missiles, okay? And I think they have an extended range missile version of these as well, which won't be going to Ukraine right away, but they could get these medium range ones coming up very soon, okay? So I wanted to share that with you guys. And then one last thing in regards to military aid for Ukraine also, CNN Politics reports U.S. expected to announce major Ukraine weapons package but delays shipments due to concerns over Pentagon stockpiles. Okay, this came out yesterday, September 20th, also 2024. And it says here the U.S. is expected to announce a major weapons package to Ukraine as soon as next week, but it will likely delay the shipping of the equipment due to inventory shortages, according to U.S. officials. So I notice we keep hearing this a lot, that the U.S. has inventory shortages. I can't obviously, tell you guys whether that's completely true or not, or maybe they're just saying that to delay these weapon shipments, but apparently there's a huge weapons package that could be also announced for Ukraine very soon. But according to this information, they'll delay the shipping of some of this equipment due to shortages. The U.S. currently has $5.9 billion left in presidential drawdown authority for Ukraine, the Pentagon said this week, which is set to expire at the end of the fiscal year in less than 2 weeks. The authority allows the Pentagon to pull inventories directly from American stockpiles to send to Ukraine, and it is how the U.S. has supplied much of the arms and equipment it has provided to Kyiv. Yeah, so regarding this, I did hear some information yesterday that supposedly the U.S. had approved they will be using this 5.9 billion left in presidential drawdown authority. So we could be seeing a multi-billion aid package going to Ukraine from the U.S. Likely next week or sometime in the near future. It says the weapons package, which likely includes artillery, air defenses, and other munitions critical to the fight, is expected to be significantly larger than recent announcements, which have hovered around 200 million for the last several months. So yeah, that's what's interesting too, is that we've been seeing a lot of these aid packages going to Ukraine recently, just like the last one that I showed you guys. And they've been relatively small, okay? They've been in the millions. Like we'll see maybe 300-400 million at a time going to Ukraine, but nothing significant, which for the most part is just a drop in the bucket for this war in Ukraine, as Ukraine obviously needs lots more inventory than just a few hundred million at a time. So yeah, guys, just very interesting topics to discuss today in regards to long-range strikes, and I wanted to share some of the aid packages that will be announced next week also while we're talking about this. And, maybe we'll see if Ukraine is going to be getting these JASSM missiles as well. This has been widely talked about, that Ukraine would be getting these by the end of the year, so it looks highly likely they will be getting them. But I'm very curious to see what's going to happen next week. As we move towards Friday, we should hear significant developments coming out from the United States and whether Ukraine will be given the permission to strike inside of Russia using the Storm Shadow missiles. But don't be surprised if it ends up being a secret announcement and we don't hear anything in regards to this. And then maybe all of a sudden one day we get reports coming from Russia that they say a British Storm Shadow missile has struck inside of their territory. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's update, though. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. With that, hope y'all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.